Yo, what is up, guys? Joker bringing you another video for Path of Exile 2, Dawn of the Hunt. This was going to be my day one recap video, but I have thus decided to turn it into a day one slash state of Path of Exile 2 video, because I want to rant and I don't want to make an entirely separate video just for that, because otherwise my day one recap will be all of like 30 seconds, right? So let's get that part out of the way right now. We are currently a level 39 Lich, and we are about halfway through Act 3. We ended up re-rolling off of Huntress because Huntress does not feel that great, right? We made it to level 7, and then we saw Lance playing Lich, and we're like, that looks significantly better. So we went ahead and re-rolled. So yeah, we're currently level 39. Our gear is shit. Our res is shit, right? In all honesty, did not actually even play that much yesterday. I'll get into why in a minute, but let's finish up this day one recap. So this is what our current tree looks like. I will have Lance's video linked in the description for you if you want to try out the chaos.lich. Prior to level 13, I'm sorry, prior to your first tier 3 skill gym, it is a little bit of a struggle because the tier 3 skill gem is when you get essence drain. So prior to that, you have to use like minions and stuff, and minions are a little rough still. So there is that little bit, like, it's probably going to take you about an hour and a half to find your first T3 gemstone, and then you can just do ED Contagion and be perfectly fine, and it's been smooth since I swapped over. Now, with that out of the way, it's crash out time. So the first thing that I want to go over is the concurrent player numbers, right? So we have 234K peak. Let's see if we got a new peak. We did not. Okay, so we have a 234K peak on Steam, which is relatively expected, right? I believe previously I stated it's going to be between these two numbers, right? The 304 and the 190K. I assumed that it would be somewhere between these two numbers, around 200K. I think what I said was like 150 to 250K or something, right? Because I knew that there was going to be players, but I knew that we weren't going to get close to this 587 number again, at least until official launch, or if they do something crazy like Loot Reborn from Diablo 4. If they do something like that, then we may see this number or higher again, because at that point people would be really interested on what's going on. It makes sense that we hit the current peak today and not yesterday, because of the fact that people are just having the chance to log in today. Now, what is the overall opinion of the league? It's bad. People are not happy, and the Reddit is on fire. Like, if you go to the Reddit and you sort by hot and you just refresh, it's literally just people crashing out pretty much, right? I generally want to see Mark and Jonathan playing campaign on stream. Then we have this game feels like a massive waste of time. 2.8k upvotes, a upload of MP saying why he's not playing this current league. 800 upvotes. PoE2 recently went to mixed because of how bad the reception is on Steam. 1.1k upvotes. The A in ARPG stands for action, not asleep. Then me after 4 hours of playing Huntress, 2k upvotes essentially, waiting for last epoch. Jonathan Mark, this ain't it, 6.3k upvotes. This should have never been released in this state, 2.5k upvotes. So it's not like it's a small amount of people. Then if we continue down, it's just not fun. A petition to rally people to actually just quit the league like we did back in Kalandra. PoE 2 completely misses the core feeling of what makes an ARPG satisfying and 1.1k. Like, this is not a small amount of people. And then someone even made a little collage of everyone's face yesterday. And you can kind of just, you can see the joy that they are having right now, right? Yeah. Game feels miserable. Just straight out says it. 2.3k upvotes. The vision. Oh god. Let's see what this is. GGG. Oh my god, is he gonna? Okay, I don't think I can show that. If that's going where I think that's going, I cannot have that in a YouTube video if that's gonna do what I think it's gonna do. Thank you, GGG. You can easily spare some devs for 3.26 now. So we sacrificed PoE 1 for this? Yeah. The people are not happy, and it's not a small portion of the community. It seems like a decent chunk of the community is just not happy about this. There's a lot of viewership on Twitch still, primarily, because a lot of these people are actually being sponsored to play. Like, I clicked a couple of people that I didn't recognize because I had no idea who they were. Like this guy, right? And um and then add, yeah, see. Who else don't I recognize up here? I think Forson's just playing on his own. But yeah, a lot of people seem to be being paid to play Path of Exile 2 as well. So the player counts are kind of disingenuous because there's a lot of people from these other communities that never tried it that are going to try it because they're streamers playing it right now, right? But that's pretty much it. Short video. Going over. Oh, actually, no. I wanted to go over Impy's tweet as well. His tweet. I've thought a lot whether or not I should log in and play Path of Exile 2 yesterday leading up to the 0.2 launch. I played a lot of early access, much more than most, and I still feel burned out. None of my friends were excited either, and then we read the patch notes. And then he pretty much goes on and explains they pretty much just nerfed a bunch of stuff, so he's not really feeling it, right? Like, that's the TLDR, is he's not feeling it. And since his friends aren't feeling it, and what he does for the league start is group play usually anyways, that he's just skipping it. And then he goes into the personal stuff, right? I know it's a terrible financial decision for me to skip playing PoE stuff, but I think my streams are the most fun when I'm having fun. True. I'd be just as miserable playing the current state of PoE 2 as a lot of the other streamers whose clips I've seen last night. I'm having fun learning WoW and Mythic Dungeons for the first time ever and doing some chill mount / gold farming. So I will continue to play and stream that. Big Last Epoch update in 12 days. We'll be blasting with the boys. Really excited about that, right? So this pretty much explains what I feel like the people that are skipping Dawn of the Hunt, I think they'd be able to relatively agree with most of this. I know some people don't like MP, but yeah, I feel like at the very least, like, most people generically would be able to agree with this feeling, because honestly, after reading the patch notes, I felt a lot of the same, and my character kind of reflects it, right? I'm level 40. I did play a little bit when I was eating a second editing magic. But yeah, so I'm only level 40 on a league start, which should say a lot on its own, because every other league start, I'd literally be in-game blasting the in-game content now. But yesterday, I was just crashing so much. Huntress wasn't fun. I literally took a super long break. And then later that night, I hopped on. I saw Lance playing the Lich, and I'm like, okay, I'll give that a shot. But then I logged in today, and and I did a little bit of the quest, and I just straight up lost motivation again, because it's not really enjoyable. They reduced your stun threshold and your elemental ailment threshold, as well as the gear being harder to find. So pretty much I'm just running down, getting frozen, ignited, shocked, hit hella hard, like, and everything is just super fast. Like, they have stun as a modifier on a rare mob, and they already cut my stun threshold in half. So if this thing zooms at me and hits me, I'm just perma-stunned until I die, which is not fun. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. There might be an update tomorrow. There might not. I do want to try to get to the end game and test out the new system, but this is such a slog that it's not really fun, and it's not really enjoyable. So I don't even know how much more of this I'm going to be playing, but like can be said, 2 weeks to a big last epoch thing. But yeah, that's it.